Amazing. So Toby's asked, what is StreamYard? StreamYard is a streaming platform. Google it. It's real cool. It allows you to go live on multiple platforms, just like I am right now. I'm actually live right now on YouTube. I'm live in the official BPM group, and I'm also live inside the BPM Impact group as well. So for those that are already a part of the platform, you can have access to the recording of this call. For those that are not a part of the platform, you can also have access to the recording of this call. I just wanted to give it, I wanted to sort of like just be more giving this evening and give you all access to it. So you can always go back and rewatch it. If you're not a part of the official BPM group, make sure that the person that got you connected to this call add you in that group, because those people get access to opportunities and information before the masses do. All right. One of the first things my mentor said to me, Mr. Bob Proctor, was, Jake, if you ever want to be successful, observe the masses, do the opposite. Observe the masses, do the opposite. So if you see 9 people walking right, if you walk left, you'll probably end up succeeding. It's just the way it is. It's just percentages. It is what it is. So I want to welcome you all to the call. What we've been doing. Great advice. Well, that's enough. Just jump off the call right now. I'm joking. What we've been doing is going through this book, The Laws of Success. The Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill. Little backstory on the book. Napoleon Hill basically got scouted by an individual called Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie was the world's wealthiest man at one point, and he said, you know, what a shame that, you know, someone like myself is going to my grave with all of this knowledge locked in my mind. And he attracted Napoleon Hill, and Napoleon Hill made the decision, look, I'm gonna do this. Spent 20 years of his life. Andrew Carnegie connected him with the wealthiest people on the planet, and he wrote a book called The Laws of Success. And then this book got took off the market because it was too in depth. It was too the wealthy people. Look, this is actually how it used to be. The wealthy people didn't want most people getting the secrets to wealth. You probably saw the film Titanic. Different levels of the boat, right? They thought it was genetics, it was genes, it was in the genes, and that's why you can't marry outside of your class of people, whatever it is. So when this book got originally published, it got took off the market, and then it got watered down into a book called Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is probably the best-selling personal development book. And what we've been doing is we've been breaking it down every single chapter. Today we're on chapter 10. Today's chapter is called Accurate Thought. Accurate Thought. All right. I've read the book 3 times. I don't claim to be a guru. I'm not going to just be reading a book to you tonight. Okay, it's not going to be boring call. I'll try and make it as entertaining as I can. But these calls are a part of our system, are a part of our environment. We have a business opportunity, and we have an environment inside that business opportunity. So we're not. I don't just want to give people motivation. I like to give people a vehicle to express the information. Because when I went to meet Bob, he pulled me aside. God's honest truth in the seminar. He said 98% of the people, Jake, in this room won't have a paradigm shift. 98% of the people that study my material stay broke. They don't actually change their life. And I just found that to be fascinating. And the reason for it is because of environment. Write this down. The seed will always reveal the quality of the soil. The seed will always reveal the quality of the soil, meaning the results in your life tell me your environment. Your choice of mentor is your choice of future. So when I got connected to Bob's wife and my mentor today, I didn't care what they were doing. I didn't care what they were doing. I was like, the seed always reveals the quality of the soil. If I surround myself with the right people, I will eventually end up in the right place. I'll learn then. The science, the skills, the belief system, the strategies, that I will attract all that just by being in the right environment. So that's what we've got right now. We've got an environment that you can join if you are brand new, and just watch what happens with your life. It's something you have to experience. We don't have to sell it. We just have to be about it, and we attract some amazing people. So let's get right into it then. Accurate thought. I like this chapter because it's all about common sense, really. But common sense is the least common of all senses. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of people that go to overweight people for advice on how to get abs. There's a lot of people that go to broke people for advice on how to earn more money. There's a lot of people that will jump off a call like this and they'll speak to their friends that are getting the same results as them and say, "What do you think?" I was on a call last night. They were saying I can have B and do anything I want. Oh, those things don't work. Sounds like a scam. Still confused about money. We buy into that opinion. We stay broke. 3 or 4 years later, go down the line. I know this. No, you don't know it. To have and to know and not to have is not to know. There's a lot of people that know this information, but they still live the same life. So it's not about knowing it. It's about understanding it. It's about having it come into your heart. Not about just telling people you think positive, but living a negative life. So here we go. This is one and the same time the most important and most interesting and the most difficult lesson of this entire course. Unless you study this lesson with an open mind, you will miss the very keystone to the arch of this course. And without this stone, you can never complete the temple of success. You should not be disappointed if at first reading you do not fully understand it, which I didn't. I did definitely not. At all. I caution you against closing your mind if you do not grasp all this lesson at first reading. This is the importance of repetition. We have these calls multiple times a week. We got another call with my mentor straight after this call. It's because we understand how growth has to happen. What you're tuning to, you turn into. I can only control the people on this call for 1 hour. After this call, what happens then? Do you watch the TV? Are you hanging around negative Nancy Sour Steves? Are you listening to, I don't know what it is, but the more you plug into these calls, the more your conditioning is going to change. I've just spoke to someone for an individual in this business. And I said, when I joined this business, it took me almost 3 years for me to be able to quit my job. It wasn't the business. It was my conditioned mind. My mum was a police lady. My dad works in a factory. I'm the first person in my generation with a surname Parton that's decided to become a millionaire. That's decided to become free, work for myself. No one's ever, so it took me almost 3 years to rearrange my consciousness, to change the formation of my mind in formation. Information potentially can change your situation, but you have to apply it as well. When I was 21, I went home crying my eyes out to my dad, and all the advice he can give me was, "That's life, Jake. Get back to work." No offense to my dad, but this is why I do what I do, because I'm going to pass down new information. They're going to observe something different, because our children don't do what we say; they do what they see. Okay, this is so key. For thousands of years, men made ships of wood and nothing else, because they believed that it was the only substance that would float. They had not yet advanced far enough in their thinking process to understand the truth that steel will float, and that it is far superior to wood for the building of ships. So that's an example of, just because a really good example is your family. Just because your whole family have done something this way for generations doesn't necessarily mean it's the best way, the right way for you. And if you do the same things and expect a different result, we all know that's called insanity, right? So when you do different things, I like to call it, on the DJ, you look at DJ's thing, they've got like little dials, so up, down, up, down, up, down, and it brings out a different outcome. Well, when you change just little dials in your life, it could be where you go for coffee, could be the way you drive to work, could be what time you wake up in the morning, could be who you associate with, who you let go from your life. You have to let go of stuff to let new stuff in. And this is what I just love. This is how you build your consciousness. See, this is why I've been going and sitting in a Bentley for the last 3 years of my life. No one in my family is ever going to done that. And actually, when I invite my family to go and to come to London and sit in Claridge's, for those that have been to London, you know what Claridge's is. Claridge's is like a top of the top. I mean, they give you like towels when you walk into the bathroom. The bathroom. The bathroom's amazing. You know what I mean? I offered to take my mum there. No, because it's against the conditioning. It's a repelling situation. Whereas I needed to put myself into that environment to attract it. This is why I say you have to go and hear, see, smell, taste, and touch your goals. So it's so important. Obviously, the previous lessons of this course were intended for those who look on the worldly things and material wealth as being all that there is to success. It is a matter of common knowledge that most people want success, that is spelled success, and the S's are spelled dollar signs. So most people represent success as money. Okay, money. Money's definitely needed. Money's definitely a part of success, but it's just one of the wheels. It's one of the wheels, and you do need it as well. By the way, you need money. So, because I meet a lot of people, listen, it's not about the money for me. I just want to help people. I'm like, well, first of all, you can't help people if you're broke. Empty plates can't feed hungry people, right? Second, what do you think is going to happen when you help people? You're going to get paid. That's how you earn money. So you're not going to help anyone if you're telling the universe, don't give me money. You should welcome it in, because you'll be helping more people. And the more income you earn in this specific business, the more people you're helping. Well, I'm not greedy. I only want to earn 1,000 a week. That's selfish. If you earn 10,000 a week, you're helping 10 times more people. Why not start setting goals for other people, not just for you? I spoke to a lady the other day. She said, Jake, I don't want 20,000 a month. I only want 2. I said, earn 20, give 18 away then. Earn 20. Just stop thinking about yourself for a second, right? Help more people. Just give yourself 2. I'll take the other 18 if you want. If you don't want it, I'll have it. I know what to do with it, right? So we don't set goals for us, is what I'm trying to say. People just repel. It's weird, man. Why do I want to fly first class? Why? Could be a self-image. What you got to ask yourself these questions. Why not? I don't like materialistic things. Why not though? Have you ever questioned? Is it a self-esteem issue? Is it a self-esteem? Is it self-esteem? Why not live like a king and queen? Why go to the ocean with a teaspoon when we can all have equal? It's not Patricia has a piece of the pie, and because she has that big piece, I can't have a little. I can't have more. I can't have my piece now. No, it's abundance is our birthright. So, in fact, the more you succeed, the more inspiration you're going to give to the world, so that they think that they can also succeed, especially if you've overcome some challenges. This is also why you shouldn't just want success given to you, because now you can't help anyone. How did you do it, Tina? Tina, how did you do it? Don't know. Just woke up and just 6 figures a month were just pouring in. Amazing. Can you teach me how? I ain't got a clue. You just thought it, and it says in The Secret, think it, believe it, and just come for the letterbox. No, you have to earn it. You have to earn it. You have to earn it. Okay, so first, to think accurately, you must first separate the facts from mere information. Second, you must separate facts into 2 classes: the important and the unimportant, and relevant and irrelevant. This is a big one, a really, really big one, because you got to start. So if you ever get yourself a mentor, which I advise everyone to do, you have to like really value your mentor's time. And the reason why you probably have a mentor is because that person's got results that you want. They are focused individuals, more than likely. So you need to sift out. This is what I've learned. This is what I've learned from my mentors. They are very good at accepting and rejecting ideas. They accept ideas that take them forward. They reject ideas that keep them stagnant or going backwards. So I jumped on a call earlier today with a person, and he said, well, let me tell you this. I said, let me just stop you there. I said, don't talk about your circumstances. Talk about your vision. And he was like, because I didn't want to gather in excuses. I didn't want to take it in. So if I hear someone, I think I was talking to Sabrina the other day, and I was like, I can feel a butt coming along. I can actually feel it. I can feel a butt is about to come out your mouth. A dead end is about to come out your mouth. Don't speak it into existence. Want is the only prerequisite for a decision. You want to speak into existence what you want to manifest. This is so important. Don't know how I got into that, but there you go. Accept and reject ideas. Okay. When you walk past a newspaper and you see a headline, look at it and say, is that going to take me forward or backwards? If it's going to take you backwards, you need to, this is what I do. I implement, auto-suggest something which is going to take you forward. If I hear someone say, I'm sick, I say in my mind, I am perfect health. And I'll then see them healthy. I'm broke. No, your bank account's broke. You're not broke. Your bank account has no money. You are rich. You are rich. This is what you have to say in your mind. Otherwise, your heart's going to accept it. Your heart's going to accept it. You can point to one or more persons who have no greater opportunity than you have had and who appear to have no more and perhaps less ability than you, but are achieving far greater success. And you wonder why. Meaning everyone on the line right now, there are people living your dream life who have had a worse background than you, maybe less attractive, maybe less educated, but they've made it happen. It's 2022. There's been a lot of people come before you, and there's going to be a lot of people come after you. I said this on a Sunday's call. I said, in your family, someone is going to be the person that changes everything. Someone is going to be that one person. You need to decide, is that going to be you? Because if it isn't you, it will be someone. Maybe 100 years, 200 years from now, someone will change your family in this cycle. You just got to decide whether it's you. And guess what? You know, when it happened, it's not that person got lucky. Success is not for the chosen few. It's for the few who chose. It's not for the chosen few. It's for the few who chose. It's a choice. It's a decision. You have to go through the quote unquote, like, part of my language, shit. You have to go through it. If you want to succeed. The ones that stay comfortable don't achieve much. By their virtue of having learned the secret of separating the important facts from the unimportant. I see by the papers all they say. Here we go. I see by the papers all they say. The accurate thinker knows that the newspapers are not always accurate in their reports. He also knows that they say usually carries more falsehood than truth. If you have not risen above the I see by the papers and what they say class, you have still far to go before you become an accurate thinker. Big one. Those things don't work. Oh, well, I've heard those things before. I've heard those things don't work. Where have you heard those things don't work? Sounds like a pyramid. Who told you that? Who told you that? My mom. What's your mom do? Accurate think. You have to think. Before you take advice of anyone, take a step back, look at their life and say, do they actually know? Or is it an opinion? And it's okay if it's an opinion. And guess what? It's normally a well-meaning opinion as well. They're not trying to tear you down. They're actually trying to help you, but they don't know. For example, just got myself involved in an NFT deal. My mentor rang me and said, "Hey Jake, it's going to be big. Put this money here." I said, "Perfect." I didn't have a clue what it was, but I understand the basics of success. Whoever's got your ears got your life. I said, "Are you doing it?" He said, "100%. I'm doing it." Boom. Put some money in. He said, "Who can I tell?" He said, "Just tell your close people." So I told my dad, "Hey Dad, there's an NFT situation. I know you don't understand it, but it's going to be huge. Me and Charlie, we're investing. Okay, I'm going to tell my network of people, but I wanted to tell you first. We're investing. Do you want to invest?" He said, "How does it work?" Bearing in mind, my dad, he's like, when I used to work my job in the factory, he used to be my manager's manager. I'm talking big leader of men in the corporate world, just underneath six figures in the corporate world, right? Got a Range Rover. He lives in a nice house. He's a leader. He said, "How does it work?" I said, "I ain't got a clue. Do not know." He said, "Oh, I can't put my money into that and I don't know." He doesn't understand success. He thinks that he has to know more to do more. Because that's how we're taught in schools. Don't copy the person next to you. You know what we tell you in this business? If the person next to you is winning, copy them. Why is that? Because if you do what people do, you will get what they get every single time. You might want to write that down. If you do what that's why I joined this business. If you do what people do, you'll get what they get every single time. When I met my mentor, I looked at his results first, his lifestyle. He Lamborghini, bought his mum and dad a big home, worked with Bob Proctor for 8 years. Anyone that attracts working with Bob Proctor, flying on his jets with him and his wife for 8 years, knows how to manifest, knows what he's doing with this information. So I didn't care what he was doing. He said, "Do this." I said, "Okay." Same when I got myself a personal trainer. He told me, "Jake, eat this at this time, eat this at this time, eat this at this time, eat this. I mean, I could research why chicken and rice if I wanted to. I could research why steak, why peppers, what if I wanted to, but really, if I want to get results, just do what he says. Just do what he says. Sammy, you join this business. That's why I'm so excited for the new people. When you join, you don't have to know anything. Relax. I sell peace of mind. You don't need to look left. You don't need to look right. You don't need to look anywhere. Just do exactly what works, and it will work. This is why I love this chapter, because it's like it's right up my street. I like to break things down to like logical common sense. It's just it's laughable, honestly. And when you become more awake, life is just it's just fun, man. You have fun. Because some people, when Bob Proctor says 2% think, 3% think they think, 95% of people would rather die than think. Honestly, that is so true. It's so true. Let me just share one more quick story. I flew out to Berlin uh 2 years ago, before the pandemic. I flew out to Berlin to speak, and there was about 100 people there. And I did a bit of speaking, but then the main speaker, he was earning around 80,000 a month at the time. 80,000 a month, right? And he said, I've got a book, and I've wrote down in this book all my secrets of how I've got to where I've got to. And if you just come up to me at the end, give me your email, and your address, I'll send you my free book. I'll send it. It's free. I'll send you it for free. And I was like, what the? What you mean, man? Of course. I couldn't wait for him to shut up. I was ready to get up there. Go, boom. Yo, here's my address. Anyway, once he sent me the book, I emailed saying, thank you so much. Really enjoyed it. He signed it and everything. And I said to him, just out of curiosity, how many people did you send the book to? You and one other person. And I was like, wow, that's what Bob Proctor's talking about. So there's people in the room that are willing to learn, but there's only 2 people in the room that are willing to change. You get that? Most people are willing to learn. They'll go to seminars, but only 2 out of 100 are actually willing to change, meaning let go of what they think is true and accept something else which may not even be true for them. Like, your paradigm will look right, look wrong, and wrong look right. Like, you have to change what you think is expensive for it to eventually become cheap. This is so deep. What you think is big has to become small. What you think is hard has to become easy. What you think is fast has to become slow. What you think is expensive has to become cheap. Mentally first. Then it will happen physically. Oh, it's okay for you to say, Jay, you got the money. No. It was cheap. Then I attracted the money. Mentally. How'd you do this? By building your consciousness, being around people who think it's cheap, and let their ego talk drown your chicken talk out. Repetition. The problem is people hang around eagles for people spend 10 minutes with people they should spend 3 hours with, and spend 3 hours with people they should spend 10 minutes with, because it feels comfortable. And when you hang around people that, when they're doing what you're doing right now times 10, times 100, it's uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, because now they're building your consciousness. But when you're around people that are earning less than you, now they're building your ego. Now they're building your ego. This is so deep. It's why I love studying people. I love it. There is a certain amount of temporary penalty attached to accurate thinking. There is no denying this fact. However, while this is true, it is also true that the compensating reward in the aggregate is so overwhelmingly greater than you will gladly pay this penalty. What this means is this: when Bob likes to explain it like XY type ideas. Okay, so you've got X type conditioning. When someone pops into your conscious mind, you can be a millionaire. You can be a millionaire. That's a Y type idea. It's a Y type. Now, the more it's impressed, and the more you start doing what millionaires do, what's going to happen is it's going to put your body into a confused vibration. Because now you're operating at an XY type vibration, which is confusion. At this point, this is when most people retreat. Most people, it's called buyer's remorse. They get started in the business, they quit. Because their emotions were high, they're in. Once they're in, the paradigm bubbles up. What have you done? What have you done? Have you been scammed? Da, 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 da. All of this craziness, and then they end up quitting because they don't understand the mind. And to have order, you have to first go through confusion. Success people know this, you know. And if you're comfortable in your life, that means you've got order. But if you want to go to the next level, you have to go through confusion. But what gets you through it is the understanding that order's coming. Order's next. It's a law of rhythm. It's a law of polarity. I know I'm going through some negative times right now, but I know the laws of nature. I know the laws of the universe. So I'm going to stay grateful. I'm going to stay positive during the tough times because I understand that tough times don't last, tough people do. And if I just persist and persist and persist, I get blessed with awareness. God blesses me. The universe blesses me, which is why it says, it is also true that the compensating reward in the aggregate is so overwhelmingly greater, you will gladly pay this penalty. And because I've come out the other end more than one time, I understand, wow, I'm excited to go through confusion. When the confusion comes, I'm excited. I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. New levels brings new devils. It's just an understanding. In searching for facts, it is often necessary to gather them through the soul of knowledge and experience of others. It then becomes necessary to examine carefully both the evidence submitted and the person from whom the evidence comes. Again, so it's looking at results. Looking at results. You must understand and make allowance for the fact. By the way, I don't like being like read to, so this is really uncomfortable for me. But what I'm doing is this: I'm putting all these videos into a guide section, so you can watch it back. And what I'm doing is I'm actually giving you my shortcuts because this is the third time I'm reading this book, okay, and it's deep. It's deep, and if I wasn't giving you these insights, especially in this chapter, for those that aren't the ones that aren't advanced yet or as advanced yet, it'll be quite hard to take it all in. So I'm giving you like my bits and bobs, so you can then when you read it, oh, that's what Jake was talking about. Okay. No matter how fine one's character is or what service he may be engaged in rendering the world, he cannot escape the notice of those misguided people who delight in destroying instead of building. Okay, so there's always going to be people that tear you down, always. So expect it, and if you don't expect it, then you're setting yourself up to be surprised. So you might as well expect it right now. If nobody's talking about you, you're not doing nothing. So whenever I get a hater, I'm like, yes, I'm moving and grooving, baby. That's a sign. That's a green light. Most people see it as a red light. Most people see it as a red light. I'm like, yes, a hater. Just got one right now. You will not believe it. I've just got one right now. Calling me a fraud. While I'm speaking to you right now, you know, I'm thinking, yes, law of polarity. Do you know why? Because at the exact same time, I'm changing someone's life on this call. So you can't expect one without the other. When I go to the gym, I understand that the only way to build my bicep is to put it under real stress, resistance, the other way. As I'm bringing it up, gravity and the weight's bringing it down. So when you go up in life, the universe, the devil, and you know God and devil, they play that game of cards. God's like, come on, you can do it, and devil's like, nah, handle that one. And God's like, oh, what are they going to do? Are they going to believe in me? Are they going to have faith in me that I'm going to put them through this? Or are they going to believe in the devil? You see this? This is what I'm like. You got to play. You got anything that happens, you have to develop a that's good mentality. You know this here? Linda Proctor gave me this. Right? And it's a USB. So inside it is a USB. That's it. Really, see, it's so like neat and like professional. And it's like leather bound USB, leather bound. Do you know there's a 3-minute audio on this? And it's of Earl Nightingale saying that's good. Earl Nightingale's got an audio called That's Good. It's about 3 minutes long. This. So as you can imagine, when Linda Proctor, this was all wrapped up, I was thinking, what the hell, man? Like, but I look deeper into things. I look deeper into it. I think the army would have been like, what the hell give me a USB for? 3 minutes. Where's the rest? But I like to think Do we overcomplicate things? Is it that simple? Is it really? Is this the key to success? Move forward with the perception of anything that happens is happening for me. Is that the key to success? It is, you know. It is. Because if you don't see it as that's good, you've lost faith. I see it as this. The second you write down the goal, it's already done. It's actually done. It's done. You sign it, it's done. Well done. Congratulations. Meaning anything that happens in the interim, like the play, think of a play. We went to see Harry Potter last year. I know the ending of Harry Potter. I know that he doesn't die, right? But why? But during the play, there's times when his life's being threatened. I wasn't scared that he was going to die because I knew the ending of the play. I knew the ending of the play. Do you know the ending of your play? Do you know the ending of your play? Right. So you have now, if you do that, if you do know the ending of your play, pay attention to what you're attracting, to what you're attracting. Like if you're new on this call right now, and you feel like this call has added value to your life, and you're not a part of the business, I'm just giving you. I'm not saying this because oh well, Jake, of course you're just trying to recruit them, trying to enroll them. No, join, and see what happens. This might not be the thing for you, but I guarantee you it will lead you to the thing. I say this to everyone. There's no such thing as a good or bad decision. It's just a decision, and then it leads to the next decision. It's the next decision. Like this opportunity that we have. It's not good or bad. It just is. There's a lot of people that join and that never make a penny. You know that? There's people that join this business and don't make a penny. But there's also people that join it and become millionaires in 4 months. There's also people that join it and become six-figure earners in 9 months. There's also people that join it and you know me, you could spell fudge with the grades that I got in school, right? It's true story. And you know, I've been able to quit my job and help a lot of people. So what I'm saying is there's no risk. Someone says to me, "What's the risk?" You're the risk. I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do with it. Like it's working. It's not this. It's you. It's the person in the mirror that determines everything. I do not believe that I can afford to deceive others. I know I can't afford to deceive myself. The man who knows, he says man, by the way, I think it's because of the time that the book was wrote. He's talking about people. The man who knows that he is working with facts goes at his task with a feeling of self-confidence that enables him to refrain from temporizing, hesitating, or waiting to make sure of his ground. He knows in advance what the outcome of his efforts will be. Therefore, he moves more rapidly and accomplishes more than the one who must feel his way because he's not sure if he's working with the facts. The man who knows he's working with the facts. This means the man who knows that his mentor has the results that you want, and here's the key, is compensated for your success. Get this, guys. If you're like Nathan, when you win, I win. So if I give you a suggestion, it's only going to take you forward. That just knowing that compared to the person who's always skeptical, second guessing, does that person really want me to succeed? Does that person, you know, like he's constantly questioning. At some point, you're going to have to let go and let God, is what I'm trying to say. And just go. Just go. It's scary, but just go. And you're not on your own in this business. You're not on your own in an environment like this. You're not on your own. There's other people that are also very, very scared taking action. But with the teamwork, it just makes it a lot better. Peace of mind. The average man is totally at sea the moment he gets beyond that which he can comprehend for the aid of his five physical senses of seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, and touching. The average man is totally at sea when the and this is that they need more information before they take action. They think that answers will bring about more action. It's not. More action brings about answers. Put a yes in the chat if that makes sense. Let me know. For example, I had a lady join this business, and when you get started, here's an example. I like to give people real life examples, and you can relate it to something in your life too. When someone joined this business, like when you join, you get given a PDF. Hey, listen, here's step 1, here's step 2. Get back to the person that sent you this PDF, give them your goal, and let's get you moving and grooving. Now, if you don't do what the PDF says, that's your fault. It's not our fault. Failures blame. My mentor says blame, be lame, be lame, be lame. They be lame. They be lame in their goals and dreams. They point fingers. It's you. It's your responsibility. And you have to participate in your own rescue. Is what I'm trying to say. Right. Success falls in your reach, not in your lap. It records the suggestions you send through it through auto-suggestion and evokes the aid of infinite intelligence in translating these suggestions into their natural physical form through natural means that are in no way out of the ordinary. It is important that you understand the foregoing sentence, for if you fail to understand it, you are likely to fail also in understanding the importance of the very foundation on which this entire course is built. So it's talking about your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind records the suggestions that you send to it through auto-suggestion, through your own affirmations, through your own words. What's coming out of your mouth will eventually come out in your life. Abracadabra, what you say becomes. The word speak, take the S off. Peak, that'll be the peak of your life. Ran my dad earlier. How are you, Jake? Not too bad. Just bad then. Not too bad. Just bad then. Right? I'm amazing and getting better every day. How's your business? It's growing every day. It's growing every week. Attracting amazing things. How's your results? Do you know what? I went for a situation, but do you know what? Now I'm feeling really good. I expect to attract more. I always end my sentences with something progressive that I want to attract. Amber, I see you on the line. What's going on? What's going on? The subconscious mind has another outstanding characteristic. It accepts and acts upon all suggestions that reach it, whether they constructive or destructive, and whether they come from the outside or your own conscious mind. Here we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this lap because it's quite a long. It's quite a long. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. You know, I'm gonna have to do a part 2. There's still this much left. I'm going to do a part 2 on Sunday. All right, but I'm ending off with this, and I'm going to do a Q&A. The subconscious mind. I love this bit. Get this, everyone. This is so cool. The subconscious mind may be likened to the sensitive plate of a camera on which the picture of any object placed before the camera will be recorded. The plate of the camera does not choose the sort of picture to be recorded on it. It records anything that reaches it through its lens. The conscious mind may be likened to the shutter that shuts off the lights from the sensitized plate, permitting nothing to reach the plate for record except which the operator wishes to reach it. The lens of the camera may be likened to auto-suggestion, for it is the medium which carries the image of the object to be registered to the sensitive plate on the camera. And infinite intelligence may be likened to the one who develops the sensitized plate after a picture has been recorded on it, thus bringing the picture into physical reality. Everyone write down the word eyes on your paper. Eyes. Eyes. And then circle the last 3 letters. So whatever we see, our subconscious mind, unless you tell it not, is an automatic yes. So when you are around struggle, you are around poverty, you are looking at your current results, your current bank account, Unless you auto suggest that that's false, your mind just says yes to it and reproduces more of it. This is why you want to have your goal card and your vision board. You want to have it multiple. It needs to be everywhere. This is why you want to go and sit in the car you want, walk around the home you want, hang around the people that you want to attract their kind of results. Because the call that we've got in 20 minutes with my mentor, you know what I do? I take my conscious mind off, put it on the side, and just let him pour into my subconscious. Because I know exactly what kind of lifestyle he's living. I know his parents. I've met him multiple times. He's my best man at my wedding this year. That's how much I know him, a mentor. So, conscious mind off, pour into my heart, bro. Just pour into my heart, bro. And then, do you know what I do then? I just take the action, normal action that I would normally take, but I attract different because my subconscious mind's going to work for me. The vibration of my body is now different. Everyone write down the word heart. Heart. And then just cross out the T. Spells here. Whatever we hear, you come with me right now. Whatever we're hearing constantly is going into our heart. These are nuggets, man. I'm telling you right now. Even if it's on in the background. Spoke to someone earlier today. Not today. 2 days ago, sorry. All the days keep mixing into one. 2 days ago. And she was sending me a voice note. And I was like, is that the news I can hear in the background? She was like, oh yeah, I just have it on background noise. I don't really listen to it. I said, you might not. Your conscious mind, your heart's taking it all in. Your heart's taking it all in. Like that's why, when I'm like, let's say for instance, on the tube or I'm in a place and there's quite a lot of people. I'm like my ears. I'm like this because if I even hear like that's expensive, I have to in my mind. I'm wealthy. Just know that if you ever see anyone speaking struggle around me, in my mind I am saying affirmations. My conscious mind is a guard over my subconscious mind. It's the bodyguard. You have to get your family members on board with this. For example, when I first got into this material, family intervention, I had to take my mom for a coffee. Both ended in tears. I said to her, look, I know you don't understand what I'm doing, but if you speak negative about it one more time, this is over. Most people won't do that. And those that know me, I'm a family man. I do everything for my family. I love, that's the main reason I do what I do. I am a family man. That was the most difficult conversation I've ever had. But you know why I did it? Not because of my big why, because of understanding. Now none of my family is negative at all around me, at all. Because I know I'll put them up on it. Was it uncomfortable? Oh, Jake, here goes Jake again on his law of attraction, believing stuff. I don't care what they think. They don't think it's important. They're not thinking. You have to be the leader. Everyone on this line is a light bulb in a dark world. This is my perception of what I do. I want to bring more people, light workers, if you like. If we're going to get deep on it, like I want to bring more people into this organization so we can all come together and create a bigger bulb. So people, wow, be the example. Be the example. All right, so I'm going to end it there. I'm going to do part 2 on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. So get back to the person that got you on the line, and now we'll send you the link. But what I want to do now is I'm going to end it off here. Peace. 1 sec.